Women's political participation in Georgia is not high, unfortunately. It's quite low. At the parliamentary level, it's only 15%, and it's even lower at the local municipality and local council level. It's about 13%. And though it is an historical maximum for our country because it was lower in the previous parliament, it's still very low considered to in comparison to the developed European countries. There are different reasons why women's participation is low. One of the reasons is the internal party systems, which do not provide the very transparent and democratic process for promoting women or having a fair selection process for promoting people in general. So, and usually the priority is given to people who can fund their own campaigns, and usually these are men. And the lack of access to the resources, to the financial resources, is an obstacle that is definitely there. The bullying and very sexist comments, it's also something that exists in our country as well. And we can observe society being much more aggressive when commenting on the speeches or appearances of female politicians rather than a male politician. So mechanisms that we are using and we are planning to use, it's the very important thing for us. It's mandatory gender quotas that at this moment the parliament is working on. We have already passed this mechanism, this law, with the first hearing at the committee level, and next week actually the Georgian parliament will be voting for it in the parliament, and this will be a historic decision for our country if parliament decides to vote for it and increase the women's participation both on national and local levels still until 30%, up to 30%. This will be a major decision for the parliament for promotion of women in decision-making process. There are very active female politicians. There are political parties which are led by women, but when it comes to numbers and statistics, as I said, the overall number of women in decision-making positions in parliament is quite low. As for the Gender Equality Council, this council brings together all the political parties that are in the parliament, so we work across the political parties, although we have differences and quite big differences with the different political parties that are in the parliament. The gender issues is something where we are united, and we are trying to push these issues forward together. We are mostly, of course, working on changing legislation, improving legislation, but together with that, we are prioritizing the oversight and control of the government on gender issues and making sure that government's efforts are effective on violence against on fighting against violence, domestic violence, violence against women. There are some other issues like economic empowerment, like health, education issues. So our work is to control government's effectiveness and government's efforts, as well as raising awareness, public awareness on these issues. Council is very, very active. Last year we have passed amendments to the Constitution which provides additional guarantees for women and additional mechanisms for protection of women. We have ratified the Istanbul Convention as well as changed about 20 laws which provide a better grounds for prevention of violence against women. And we have been very active in terms of raising awareness and reaching out to public and explaining what women's rights are and what the challenges are and how to face them. So the council is quite active platform in the Parliament of Georgia. It's not very big. It has 17 members, though the members are very active, and it's a very good platform to activate and make the women's issues very vocal and attract the attention of the colleagues to these issues.